Welcome to Best Picture Cast on the Feed, where Kieran B. and Joey R. talk all the goings-on in the world of cinema. And you're not Joey R.
I'm not. Don't adjust your sets. Don't adjust your headphones. Joey is out today, so I will do my best to take over. This is Grant, by the way.
Grant Z.
So, professional. But yeah, so I'm taking over for the February on the feed, the last on the feed before the 2025 Oscars. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of awards talk.
There's a lot
to go over.
A lot of notes in Joey R's script that he gave you.
I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. The most well prepared person in podcasting. So
yeah, this is the first on the feed without Joey R. So
yeah,
it's your second foray. As we had the year end, we had all the five guys in there. We had Artie, Chris, you.
Yes. Yeah, this is much more to do this time around. I'm nervous. It's big shoes to fill.
I think you'll do just fine here.
I hope so. He's way more on the ball when it comes to modern movies.
He has crafted the art of the on the feed in a way where I think he's paved the road for you to just hop right in. I think I'm confident in this.
I'll do my best.
And just a shout out to producer Chris. He's here as well.
Hello, here I am.
All right, behind the lens here to make this thing work.
Yeah.
If you're listening, you can check us out on YouTube. This episode will be available on YouTube at Best Picture Cast. Also, follow us on all of our social media accounts. It's all at Best Picture Cast. That's an easy way to check it out. We just dropped our Oscar special. It's our 5th annual Oscar special, where myself, Joey, and Adam from 1001 by 1 break down our picks for all the acting categories, lead actor, lead actress, supporting in both categories. We also rank the Best Picture nominees 10-1. We go backwards. We hash the whole thing out with the three of us. That should have dropped last Monday, so it's still out there, still fresh, so you can check it out. And even if you just watch the Oscars, it's not a dated thing. We're not giving predictions. It's not that type of show. We're just saying what we would pick if we were in the Academy.
Yeah, it's a really, really great episode. It's a long one, but it's really great. A lot of great discussion about it.
Yeah, pretty thorough, and it's always good to hear from Adam and his perspective, is particularly in the acting awards.
For sure, yeah.
So I do want to mention here that this episode is sponsored, as all the On the Feed episodes are, by Kalshi, Kalshi.com. And this is the season to get involved with Kalshi.
Definitely.
That's KALSHI.com/Best Picture Cast. Sign up today and get into the action on the Oscars. It's Oscar season. You can straight up just kind of make your wagers on who's going to win some of these awards. And there's also little kind of side things and side elements here, like many will this specific movie win? Will this movie get shut out? It's a fun, even if you're not the gambling type, if you're into cinema and you just want to kind of look around and see what people are leaning toward and where the ebbs are flowing, you can check that out.
Reading the tea leaves a little bit.
Yeah, it's a fun little scroll to go through if you're looking to kill some time. But please sign up, Kalshi.com/Best Picture Cast. Again, that's KALSHI.com/Best Picture Cast. Check it out today, Kalshi.com.
Do it.
All right, Grant, you ready? This is where I hand the reins over to you, and you kind of take off here.
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
Before we go, there is a little section at the end that you're not responsible for. That's Kieran's Corner.
Yes, I know.
And I'm going to tease Kieran's Corner here.
Oh, okay.
Today. I, this past week, watched a Best Picture winner that we've covered in the past.
Okay.
And it aired on TCM. Of course, TCM's doing their 30 Days of Oscar for the month of February, so shout them out. This was airing, and I caught it and sat down, and there was a deleted scene in this film that was not in any of the versions that we saw.
Oh.
And I thought it significantly impacted and changed the film for the better.
Okay.
To the point where I looked at this film in a slightly different way, and it kind of went up in value to me. So I'm going to talk about what that film is at the end.
Ooh.
And a little bit why I feel that way.
I love this.
Yeah.
Nice little teaser.
Yeah, you'll also note I'm wearing my Godfather t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because I officially became a godfather this weekend. My little niece was baptized, Brendan B's daughter. And I'm now officially a godfather. So
Welcome to the club.
yes, I had to wear the official shirt. But okay, without further ado, take us away here, Grant.
All right. I guess it's the monthly roundup.
Here we go with the monthly roundup.
Here we go with the monthly roundup.
All right. So for the monthly roundup, let's see. Honora has joined the 1 million watched club on Letterboxd.
Okay. The good people of Letterboxd.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're all fired up about Honora being a front runner,
An Oscar
headed into this
darling.
Oscar. Yeah, we'll see if it actually locks down the big prize. I will be rooting for a different film, but you can check out our Oscar episode to find out what that might be.
For sure. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande will open the Oscar ceremony with the Wicked medley.
Grant, have you seen Wicked yet?
No, I haven't.
You have not?
I'm wait. It's coming on. It's coming out on Peacock soon. And I promised my daughter that I'll watch it with her. We're gonna have like a movie night. So I'm waiting.
Beware of rewatches with that, because she might just want to throw it on again.
Oh, she's
and again.
going to.
Yeah,
That's.
yeah.
I mean, listen. The amount of times I've seen so many movies that she loves.
You will be singing all of the songs for the next 3 months afterwards. So
Okay.
just be prepared.
Yeah, Chris is a big Wicked head over there.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
And my daughter is absolutely obsessed. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I enjoyed
amazing.
it. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah. But I mean, this makes total sense though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The medley in the beginning, it makes perfect sense.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Best Picture cast darling Juliette Binoche has been named president of the jury for 2025 Cannes Film Festival.
Aha. Wow, that's cool.
So that is cool. You know, we loved her work in The English Patient. In our Wings episode, you recasted with her.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
great.
It's always great to see her around. We're fond of her.
I think last year was the guy who directed Triangle of Sadness. So we've got a vast improvement here in this one.
For sure.
The year that Pulp Fiction won Cannes, do you know who the president was that year, the head of the jury?
No.
The one and only Clint Eastwood.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any chance you have, just shove him in conversation.
Ham-fisted. There we go.
Let's see. The Academy is considering changing their submission requirements so that films would have to disclose their use of AI. I support this.
Yeah, I do too. You know,
Yeah.
I'm I don't really want to open up a giant can of worms on it. I feel like we agree the same. If you disagree out there, let us know. But I think you should disclose that, and I think we need to protect
For sure.
the artists. And
Yeah. And I mean, especially, I guess they can determine and how it's used and how that affects the movie and the crafting of it and all that.
yeah, I'm not super upset about some of the controversies that occurred this year.
The brutalist stuff, it seems pretty benign.
Yeah.
What they just kind of modified the dialect, right?
Right.
Or the accents and the Hungarian accents.
Yeah, there might have been a visual or two. I'm not
Oh
too
yeah,
read up
and
on
like the blueprints or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Though it's not. I mean, in my opinion, that's nothing major, but I think it should all be disclosed.
I think there's cause to throw a flag and recognize it, and then create some rules around it, which seems to be exactly what they're doing. But
That's
I don't
fine.
think
Yeah.
it's fair to penalize the brutalist for that necessarily.
So for the Sundance breakdown, let's see here. Neon acquires Breakout together. I guess that was a big hit over there at Sundance.
Okay, Neon
Neon Studios.
I believe was Honora, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, and they of course did Parasite there a couple of years ago, so they're
Yeah.
on their way of having two Best Picture and Palme d'Or winners.
That's
in,
cool.
in a shorter period of time here. So
Nice little studio. I like when little studios kind of get their hands involved.
yeah,
And,
so
like, big-
together,
big
so this is
properties.
something we got to look out for here. Together,
Together, yes.
right?
Sorry Baby was praised.
Okay.
Don't know much about that one. Twinless. This is all right. All right, here we go. Twinless being given a lot of positivity for Dylan O'Brien's performance, but this movie also probably ruined people being able to attend Sundance online because dorks were sharing clips and got the movie pulled.
So that is for the loyal listener of On the Feed. We can imagine that those are not Grant Z's words.
Those are Joey's
Those are
words.
Joey.
I kind of
yes.
like Joey's thoughts in Grant's mouth. Like that's an amusing thing going on here.
Of like his like ventriloquist dummy. It's
Yeah, it's this wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful application of the word dorks.
Yeah. Movie coming out, Opus sounds really cool, according to Joey. Starring John Malkovich and Ayo Idaberry.
Love John Malkovich being in the mix of these things. I saw him doing a little bit of an interview and some press for this.
Yeah, I'm a
And
fan of his. Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like there's some tie-ins with this and being John Malkovich, the film a little bit. So
Very cool.
I don't know much of it beyond then, but with a grandiose name like Opus, there's definitely probably a lot too.
As long as it's not Mr. Holland's Opus.
Not a Mr. Holland's Opus fan.
I don't think I've ever seen it, to be honest.
I believe it's on Disney Plus.
Is it?
I think
No, I'll
so.
be sure not to watch it.
It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, I have zero interest in that. Anyway, Kiss of the Spider Woman. I guess is a J-Lo vehicle, so she's making a return to film.
Huh. Kiss the Spider-Woman. I own the book. I don't know much about the story other than I own the book.
Okay, well that was like a show on Broadway for a long time, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I want to say
And it has been a movie before.
I want to say William Hurt was in Kiss of the
Yeah,
Spider-Woman.
yeah, that
He might have
sounds
won
right.
his Oscar for that.
That sounds right. Rebuild. And in parentheses, he says rebuilding after a fire. The Wedding Banquet and Omaha. Those are three different things.
Other movies that came out. That
Other
I guess
movies that
are-
came out
are
for
being
Sundance.
hyped. Okay.
The
The wedding
Banquet and Omaha.
Omaha. Is that the
So-
story of Eli Manning and his?
Yeah, that's the Peyton Manning story, Omaha. So yeah, no, there's some movies to look out for. I guess Together, Sorry Baby, and Twinless are getting some hype at Sundance.
Okay, so Sundance is on the is on the release, and people are picking them up, and that's kind of our next wave of the indie movies that might be on the hunt for some of these awards for next year.
Some Sundance movies we talked about last year on the feed that we have talked about since came out.
Okay, so these are previously mentioned on the feed, and
Yeah.
they've come out. So why don't you list them for us?
I saw the TV Glow,
Okay.
A Different Man, Dee Dee. I don't think that's about Dee Dee Gregorius, and A Real Pain.
And A Real Pain. Okay, yeah. So this time last year when Sundance released, he was highlighting those, and now they've risen to different.
Okay,
sorts
so we may
of
be talking
fame.
about these next February. Some of these movies from above.
I saw the TV Glow. Did you see that one, Grant?
No,
Yeah, Joey really is
he's a
really
big fan of that one.
Yeah, really promotes that one. I have not seen
Yeah.
it either. Chris, producer Chris.
I started it and I just kind of it didn't grab me, but I know Joey loves that one.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's a little bit of a divisive kind of. Some people love it, some people
Well, it's A24,
can't
right?
stomach it. Yeah.
It's kind of par for the course. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Criterion section. Let's see.
Okay, yeah. So this is the section where he talks about the upcoming releases, and I think we're on the month of May, if I'm not mistaken.
We are, but there's something before that, so I guess it's. Okay. So, here's a movie that's getting released at some point. We're not really sure when.
Okay.
The movie Flow, the
animated
from this
film.
year.
Yeah.
That looked fantastic, and I wanted to see it, and my daughter had just no interest in it. I don't know.
I think it's on HBO Max.
It is,
Yeah.
and it does look a little artsy for a kid.
Yeah.
So I think it just didn't appeal to her. But I really want to see it. It looks great.
Cool.
Yeah, it says getting a Criterion release this year, unsure when, but the director made the announcement.
Gotcha.
Also, top 10 movies on Criterion. What a great flick, Joey says. All right, so here are the May 2025 Criterion releases.
I like that he has the script that it's what a great flick. He knows it's a great flick. He knows he's going to say
Yeah,
it.
like
but
he couldn't have internalized that thought and just verbalized it in the moment. He had to write it down.
Maybe when he knew Grant was taking over, he's like, I'm gonna stick that in there.
What a hunk. All right, so here are the May.
Joey's gonna listen back and be like, "Hey, I don't like the direction this episode went at all. What's going on here?"
Here's Marla Hooch. What a hitter. All right, here are the May 2025 Criterion releases.
And I did see I got the email and saw this. Yes, so get your pretentious alarms out here because some of these are gonna sting a little bit.
Okay. Killer of Sheep by Charles Burnett. The Wind Will Carry Us by Abbas Kiarostami. Ian Woodington favorite, With Nail and I,
Yes.
by Bruce Robinson.
Yes, With Nail and I is a 4K re-release. So that With Nail and I had been in the Criterion previously, but has been out of print for quite a bit.
Oh, interesting.
Here. Yeah, so it was one of those that you can't get anymore unless you're buying it secondhand on eBay or Etsy or something.
Right.
But now they are coming out with the 4K release, so that's
awesome.
Yeah, a cool comedy if you haven't checked it out. British comedy. Richard E. Grant stars in it, and it's a fun one. So.
Excellent.
Those other ones sound ridiculously pretentious, and I can't imagine people are lining up down the block to get the sheep sings or whatever it was.
Let's see. How to Get Ahead in Advertising by Bruce Robinson.
I don't know anything. I saw that too. I don't know anything about it.
Nope.
But, yeah.
My sister's in advertising. That's about as far as I go with that. Let's see. The Three Musketeers and the Four Musketeers by Richard Lester.
Yeah, I saw there's like a banging cast on this though.
Is it?
I don't off the top of my head. But I know our guy Oliver Reed is one of them.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of British actors. Basil Exposition.
Sure.
Is it
Yeah.
Tom York or
Tom York from Radiohead.
Peter York or I don't know. But Basil Exposition is in there too.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Michael York.
Okay,
I think his name
you sure?
is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I've seen only Three Musketeers that I've seen is the one with like Kiefer Sutherland and like Chris O'Donnell from the 90s.
With that
Oliver Platt. Tim Curry? Tim Curry's the heavy
Curry,
hitter.
yep.
Yeah.
There's that power track song.
Oh, the Bryan Adams song?
Yeah. All
for One.
All for Love is Make It One for All and All for Love. And that's the Three Musketeers of 90s pop power ballads in Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, and Sting.
It's amazing.
Go Spotify that baby. It's a real
It's not
real
bad.
banger.
It's not a bad tune.
Chris is rolling his wrist.
I'm with you. I'm 100%.
Okay.
And that was off the heels of the Robin Hood Men in Tights too. So he had like Bryan Adams had like two back-to-back soundtrack bangers.
All for one and all for love.
Canadian hero, my
Yes.
Yeah.
homeland.
Yeah, your homeland took a bad loss in hockey.
Yeah, we're taking a lot of L's lately.
Great fight to start the game.
Absolutely.
I'd love to see
Wonderful.
that. Yeah.
All right, two more here.
More fighting in hockey, Chris. More fighting in hockey. We'll bring it back.
100%.
The Umbrellas of Cherbourg by Jacques Demy. Actually, he just put here upcoming 1001 by 1 episode. So I got that to look forward to.
I'll listen to the episode. I will not be purchasing that the Criterion, though.
Fair enough.
I'll tell you that.
And former Best Picture Cast episode, In the Heat of the Night.
In the Heat of the
Norman
Night.
Jewison.
That's right. Coming out with their 4K UHD, which is just lovely because I just bought the Blu-ray of it. So that's now obsolete.
That's how it goes.
But yeah,
That's
I
how
bought
it
that
goes.
ahead of our episode on In the Heat of the Night. Great episode.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, go back and listen to that episode. We had a lot of fun in that. That was me, Artie, Jay, and AJ, I think. Was the episode.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, now it's time for future movie news.
Grant, you can do the voice here in person this time.
Future movie news.
Future movie news.
Look at this. He's got it. Wasn't even prepared for it. Just hop right in.
I'm always prepared. Okay. Casey Affleck and Miles Teller to star in a manhunt thriller called Wild Game.
Miles Teller and who?
Casey Affleck.
Wow.
Sign me up.
It's a winner.
Yeah. Don't know who's directing it or anything like that, but it's an interesting cast to say the least.
Wild Game?
Wild Game.
Wild Game, okay.
A manhunt thriller.
Oh, this is probably like a Most Dangerous Game.
Oh, maybe.
playoff,
Yeah,
maybe.
wild game would insinuate hunting, right?
Yeah.
Surviving the game.
Yeah.
All right. M. Night Shyamalan's next movie is a supernatural romantic thriller. Jake Gyllenhaal to star.
Cool.
That's kind of my thought exactly.
You're not in on
where
M. Night there, Chris.
You know.
I do listen. I like M. Night. I think it's time to can we just maybe just one project? Let's cut the supernatural, cut the horror, cut the let's just have one of people existing in our world.
The problem is that his movies always make money. Basically, always make money. I'd like to see him direct somebody else's idea.
Somebody else's script.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll never see it.
Has he never done that?
I don't think so.
Was The Visit his?
I think so.
That was his,
Well,
story?
the one that probably wasn't his was maybe The Last Airbender, right? Wasn't that a
yeah, that's IP. Yeah.
That's considered be one of the worst movies ever made.
There you go. Well, that answers my question.
I do kind of like that there's someone who goes out and does all his own stuff from scratch.
For sure.
I mean,
the problem is he hasn't had a good movie in a long time.
I liked Trap.
That was a very successful film, Trap.
Did you see it, Chris?
I didn't.
I
I've
enjoyed
given
it.
up on him.
I thought Josh Hartnett was good. I mean, it's got that glaze of camp and hoke to it, but I dug it.
He's going to keep banging out these movies because they don't cost a ton and they make a lot of money. So we're going to keep getting them. So.
I think he self-finances, though. Or he definitely did early on in his career. Probably doesn't anymore.
Sixth Sense he did, yeah.
There's Sixth Sense was a DreamWorks. I think Disney was behind that too, though. So there was a whole wild process to how that was made.
Yeah.
And, but I don't know if he's ever going to get back to the mountain of Sixth Sense with sitting in the chair in the Oscars with them.
He's somebody that he's like a pitcher that had a great first season, a great opening season, a Rookie of the Year season, and then just had a dip. And then came back with Signs, had a successful there, and then just steadily declining.
I don't know if you've seen Signs recently, but I have, and that movie works, dude.
Does it?
Totally. Yeah, man. I love
the one I want to revisit is The Village. I haven't seen that in a long time. I have a feeling that might hold up. Great cast.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in years.
Did that do pretty well in the horror tournament, the Sub 50 horror tournament?
I think it did. I think it did okay. Right? Yeah. I think it made the 8 maybe.
Yeah, so maybe.
Yeah. So good old M. Night. Oz is a big M. Night guy.
He's a big M. Night guy. Big Village guy. All right. Let's see. Martin McDonagh, talking about guys who kind of do everything. Yeah. Martin McDonagh, his next movie is called Wild Horse 9, starring Sam Rockwell, John Malkovich, and Mark Ruffalo.
I mean, McDonough's just a guy that I'm all in on. Whatever he does, I'll be there. I'll be there to put it on. Yeah, he's done enough to impress me to that point.
I'm in. All right. All right.
And back to work with Rockwell.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he just just goes back and forth between actors. He took all he's not working with Colin Farrell this time, but he's back with Rockwell. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ridley Scott's next film called The Dog Stars, starring your favorite Guy Pearce, Margaret Qualley, Josh Brolin, and Jacob Elordi. It's a great cast.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful cast.
I will be in attendance for that one. Guy Pearce, Margaret Qualley, and Ridley Scott. Yeah, I think I'm in.
I
think I'm in.
That's great. No, that's a stellar cast right there.
And Ridley Scott is just he's in the I'm doing whatever the fuck I want stage of his career. Not that he's never hasn't been in that, but he's really in the. I mean, he's causing rowdy scenes at the old folks' home these days. He's up on
he's accusing orderlies of stealing his money.
He's up on the table reenacting the World Series. Yeah, and I'm here for it.
That's great. So we have to find out exactly when that's. There's really no.
Well, this is future movie news. This is
it's all
it's down the line. Yeah, we'll get to what's coming out next month, which is the next month movie. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay, now it is time for some questions.
Some questions.
Some questions. Okay, let me.
What are you thinking, Cap?
Yeah, more. Let me fill up my beer.
Some questions.
What time is it?
It is
8:43.
43. So we got 45 minutes before I have to go.
Yep. It's not. Some questions is the biggest bulk of what this is.
There was one that Joey had to like text me on the side to clarify a question. So
It's too much.
okay.
I love it. All right. I'm playing high stakes here with this Sam Adams glass. These are really wobbly.
I know. So, do you want a table or are you good? I got one of those little
No, I'm
tables.
good. You spill, Chris kills. I remember the.
But I mean, I can put that table right next to you because you can't see it in the shot.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Tried to help.
Some questions. Here we go.
Some questions. Here we go. Again, these are all from the mind of Joey, not me. All right.
Let's see how I do here. Without Joey here, I don't know if that'll improve my chances to make them worse. I don't know. We'll see.
Probably the same.
Probably.
All right. How many times has someone won the Palme d'Or and the DGA for Best Picture?
Okay. So this is going to come down to when, like how long have the DGAs been in effect? And Grant, you know, you don't have that in front of you.
Nope.
So our Palme d'Or winners that won Best Picture are Lost Weekend, Marty, and Parasite. Parasite famously did not win DGA. So then the question is like, was there a director, a DGA winner that somehow won the Palme d'Or? And I'm not. If there is one, I don't think there is. So I'll say maybe the DGAs were around when Marty came out in the 50s and Delbert Mann won. So I'll say one.
Okay. Well, you're half right.
Okay, there's one, but it was someone who
You got
won.
Delbert Mann. And
Delbert Mann was correct.
Delbert Mann was
Cool.
correct for Marty.
And then there was another one.
There is another one. It's this year. It's Sean Baker for Enora.
Oh God, of course. See now. I mean,
Little tricky.
okay, I knew
It's a
that. I
little
just
tricky.
was,
Yeah.
I was the Oscars having
know.
not been done yet, right? Okay, of course, right. So that, I got a little, I got technicality out there, but
Yeah.
yes, all right. I got the tough one though.
You did. You got the old one. All right. Of the last 10 PGA winners, how many won Best Picture?
All right, so we're going back to 2015 then.
Yeah.
Okay, because 12 Years a Slave is before. I think 12 Years a
That
Slave
was
is like 13,
2013?
and they tied. Gravity and 12 Years tied. So 2015 PGA. All right, so I know like very weirdly, like Vice won the PGA, which is
Okay.
like got to be the worst PGA winner in the history of
Probably,
the
yeah.
award. And that would have been 2016 or so. I know 1917 won it. So they're asking how many times. How was the question worded again?
All right. Of the last 10 PGA winners, how many won Best
How many won
Picture?
Best Picture? Okay, so 1917 did not. Vice did not. I'll say 7.
You got it.
Yeah, I think I'm doing better without Joey here. It's like
It's less
he's
stressful?
like he's like staring me down as I go, and I'm a little startled. Wow, all right.
Yeah. So 1917, La La Land, and The Big Short are the three that
Oh, it was
did
The Big
not.
Short, not Vice. Okay, I got the wrong Christian Bale movie. Right. Okay, that makes me feel better that Vice didn't win the PGA. Okay.
So
Yeah, 'cause
those are
that
three
would have
that
been
did
horrible.
not.
The Big Short is a decent movie. Not a
It is.
Best Picture winner though.
No, it's good, but
Yeah. Better than Spotlight.
All right. How many films have won PGA, DGA, and WGA, but not Best Picture?
Ooh, PGA, DGA, and Writers Guild
Yeah.
without Best Picture. How many times has that happened?
Yes.
Jeez.
An extra if you can guess the movie.
I'll guess it's happened 3 times, and I'll say Apollo 13, La La Land, and 1917.
Okay, you are not right on either
Okay.
one. It happened once.
Okay, and none of those 3 did it.
No.
Okay.
No, it was it's related to our first episode.
Okay.
What's another nominee from the Crash episode?
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I should have gotten that one. I should have gotten that one.
Well, you didn't.
Yep, I know.
All right.
It's shocking that didn't win Best Picture.
Yeah, it is.
It's the only time it's ever happened. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, it's the only time that's ever happened.
Mid 2000s,
Yeah.
like a little homophobia floating around.
It was still relevant. It was still there. So, all right, let's see. Of the last 10 DGA winners, how many won Best Director at the Oscars?
Last 10 DGAs, how many won Best Director?
Yeah.
10. Okay, here we go. Well, okay.
Out of the last 10, how many have won?
Bong Joon did not. Coda did not. I don't believe Moonlight did. That's 3. Spotlight certainly did not. That's 4. And again, we're saying how many DGA winners won Best Director at the
Of the last 10 DGA winners, how many won Best Director?
Do I pad my numbers by just throwing one out there that I might have missed? 2015. I'm going to say 6.
9.
Oh,
Did it win the DGA?
got it. I'm crossing Best Picture and okay, right. She wasn't up for DGA,
Right.
and she wasn't up for. Or how many won? All right, so only one did. And who is it? Because it would be Bong Joon-ho. It would be Mendes won director, and Bong Joon-ho didn't. Right?
Yeah, Mendes
Sam Mendes.
won 1917, but lost to Bong Joon-ho for Parasite.
Right. Okay. And then the the director winner held up. So it would be Power of the Dog, The Code of Year, The Revenant.
Yeah. So that's actually that's actually good. Like, if you go on Kalshi and you're looking for like who wins Best Director, find out who won the DGA, because that's a pretty good track record.
And this is a year where it could, because I think Baker only won DGA. I think some of the other precursors have gone to Brady Corbett for The Brutalist. So this is a year where that could flip flop, but I don't know. To me, the better directed movie would be The Brutalist of it, but I kind of lean toward the epics and the and whatnot. But all right, yeah. So I confused the context of the question there. That's where sometimes Joey helps, because I can poke back at him a little bit. But right, got it. All right,
all right. How many films have won Best Picture at the BAFTAs and the Oscars?
Ever?
Jesus.
He loves doing these to me.
I know.
Just pick a number out of the fishbowl.
Pick a random number.
Yeah. I'll guess that the BAFTAs.
How about this? You give me a guess.
Can we look up does he have when the BAFTA started? I just have to know when the BAFTA started off the top of my head here.
I can Google it.
Please, if you could. It's just like insane. I mean, the BAFTAs could have started in 1920. They could have started in 2001, for all I know.
1949 is when it started.
49. God. All right.
So how about this? You give
75 years. How many times have they?
You give me a number, and I'll tell you if it's higher or lower.
Okay. In 75 years, how many times have they connected? I will say they've connected. Of the 75, they've connected 55 times.
Lower.
Okay. All right. Then it's going to be. I think it's going to be way lower. We'll say 35.
Still a little lower.
Yeah,
it's 26.
26. Okay. Yeah. So basically one in 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like David Lean, probably winning both. Like whatever British directors won an Oscar, like that's kind of what
you could bet your ass David Lean won those. Yeah, he probably won some more too. Yeah, if David Lean was up and didn't win the Oscar, that would be an off year.
A Man for All Seasons probably won both.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how many international feature nominations does France have? And where is that ranked amongst other countries?
All time?
Yeah.
God. How many times have they been nominated? Oh, how many times?
How many international film feature nominations does France have?
Not even winners, nominations.
Yeah.
God.
You're just guessing.
Oh, Joey.
How many times did Billy Crystal blink when presenting Oscars?
Well, you got it. So I think they started giving the international award in like the 50s. So
I'll give you a hint. The answer is the all-time record.
all right, I was going to guess. The reason he's asking that is, how does that compare to the others? I figured we're just going to say it was number one. So let's say they've been doing this award for 75 years, similar to where the BAFTAs were. I got to think France is up most years because
I would assume so.
It's France, and
Yeah.
each country gets one, and on 5 countries get selected. So I am just spitballing, 50s, let's say 55, maybe 51, or it's maybe they've been doing it for 80 years. 75 years. Let's say there were maybe like, of the 75, let's say maybe 15 years France didn't get nominated. It might even be 10. So how about a French film has been nominated in that category 60 times?
42.
Okay, I went a little high.
Yeah.
I went a little high.
But
all right.
Not. There's no fault in that logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Continuing on the international feature questions. All right. I'm Still Here is Brazil's 5th nomination for Best International Feature. It has 0 wins.
Okay.
How many countries have more nominations without a win?
5 times it's been nominated, has it won? I won.
4.
4. That's so random.
I know.
Like, what?
Just start naming
let me
countries.
guess. Well, since while we're on the road, let me guess what 4 countries.
Yeah. Well, he does have.
I'm sure he does. All right. Is there another South American country in there?
No.
Okay. How about Canada?
No.
Okay. That's one guess wrong. How about Australia?
No.
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 Portugal
No.
and Sweden. No, that's a bad guess. Stop.
You weren't far off with Sweden. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
You're in the area for one of them.
Switzerland.
Norway.
Norway. Yeah, that would have been a better guess. Okay.
All
What are the
right,
others?
so Israel has 10. Belgium has 8. Norway has 6, and Yugoslavia with 6.
Israel, Yugoslavia, Belgium.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Norway.
I should have guessed a Middle Eastern country. Okay.
Well, there you go. How many people have won 4 Oscars for one movie?
Just Bong Joon-ho, right? For 4 Oscars for one movie? I mean, Bong Joon-ho did it. I want to say, did like Walt Disney do that too? He won 4 at an award, but I don't think he won for the same movie. So I'll say Bong Joon-ho's the only one who's done it.
Okay. The answer is 0. I'm going to put on like a well-actually voice for this.
Well, actually.
Because Joey explains it.
Okay, so all right, so
Okay.
I guess what did Bong Joon-ho won 3?
But, all
I
right, so
guess.
here's where it says 0. But Sean Baker can this year as he is nominated for picture, director, screenplay, and editing. So he
Okay.
could do it.
He
He
could
could be
do
the
it.
first. Okay. But then he says,
So Bong Joon-ho won 3.
yes. So there are 2 close ones here. Walt Disney in 1955
Right, but he won
4 Oscars for
but for
4
different
separate
movies, right? So I have that. Yeah.
Which is wild, by the way.
Yeah,
4
a
separate-
lot of shorts and stuff, and yeah.
Okay. Here's his Bong Joon-ho deal. Bong technically won 4 for Parasite, but international doesn't go to the director or producer. It goes to the country.
Oh, stop! Get off! It's just stop already. So
And
he
then-
did win 4.
And then Joey says, which is bananas.
Oh God! Get out of town. Pack it up.
Well, actually,
Pack your shit
So
up.
you got well, actually, by Joey's not
So
even
I got
here.
it. I got it right. He had
got it.
4 Oscars in his hands. For Christ's sakes. All right.
Amazing. Now it's time for awards chatter.
All right. Awards chatter.
Yeah. So we're gonna just come through the some of the stuff. We're going to go through some Oscar campaign drama, which there's always a lot of that to go around. So
Yeah. No hotter time for awards chatter.
that's true.
right now.
This is the hottest.
Yeah,
'Cause no one's going to care after March 2nd.
Yeah, I think in May, Joey just like flips off the internet on this category and moves to the next
He
one.
gets a little curmudgeonly,
a little salty.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about the Critics' Choice Awards.
The Critics' Choice Awards, my least favorite one of the crew. Yeah.
Honora, Best Picture. John Chu, Director. What a joke, Joey says.
Oh, John, what did John Chu direct?
I don't know. I have no idea. He just wrote John.
Oh, Wicked. What am I talking about?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, he won the Critics' Choice for director.
Yeah. What a joke, he
Yeah,
says.
Joey's a little salty about Wicked. He's a Wicked naysayer. Producer Chris shaking his head.
Wicked bad take.
Wicked bad take, Chief. Conclave won Best Ensemble, which I feel like that's pretty good.
That's an ensemble.
It's a great cast.
An
It's a
ensemble.
terrific cast. Adrian Brody, Demi Moore, Kieran Culkin, and Zoe Saldana win the acting awards.
Who are exactly the front runners.
Yeah.
They are the front runners. I think that will not be the list of
needs
winners.
to
I
be a
think there
shakeup?
will be at least one upset. If I had to pick one, dare I say Timmy Chalamet might be the
Okay.
but the one. But you got to look at Mikey Madison too. I mean, she just won the BAFTA, which was a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
So with Honora, you could get that swell, and Mickey Madison wins there. And then there's always that Amelia Perez stank going on. Could they go? I would say Kieran Culkin's got it locked up.
I think everything Amelia Perez, except for Zoe Saldana, I feel like she's the only one that's protected from all this.
Yeah,
nonsense.
and it's such a weak category too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's see. PGA, Honora wins Best Picture. DGA, Sean Baker wins Best Theatrical Feature. Ramel Ross from Nickel Boys won the first time theatrical feature film,
I like that award.
which is very cool.
Yeah, I like that they give out that award.
Yeah, that's very cool. It's kind of like the Rookie of the Year award. It's I like it. WGA, Sean Baker for Honora wins Best Original Screenplay. Ramel Ross for Nickel Boys wins Best Adapted. Because of weird WGA rules, a lot of movies weren't eligible.
I love the editorializing. I also found out that the PGAs and the DGAs are done on the same night in two separate buildings, like a couple blocks away from each other.
It's so weird.
Like 15 minutes apart. So
It's
people
like-
run from one building to head over to the other building.
It's just like if anything, like talks about how petty and catty Hollywood is. It's that.
Is anything more Hollywood
It's,
than that? I mean, that's just like, let's utilize the whole block.
Jesus Christ. All right. So for the BAFTAs, David Johnson, Rising Star Award winner.
The BAFTAs are always most fun because the Brits just don't care. Like they're like, we're going to do whatever the hell we want.
No, it's great. Yeah. Mikey Madison, actress.
That was a surprise for me.
Yeah. A non-English language film, Amelia Perez. Conclave, best British film. So I wasn't aware that was a British film.
Edward Berger. From All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, sure. Zoe Saldana for supporting actress. Rich Pepiat for Kneecap. Let's see. Best writer. Okay. Richard Pepiat for Kneecap wins debut, best writer, and director.
Yeah, they do kind of like new artist awards
Yeah.
too over there. I love that they give out best British film too. That's awesome.
It's amazing. Kieran Culkin, best supporting actor. Conclave, best adapted screenplay. Adrian Brody, actor. A Real Pain wins best original screenplay. Honora wins best casting. Conclave wins best film.
Yeah, a big win for Conclave there for film, and that's a cool win for A Real Pain because with Honora winning some of those other awards in there, A Real Pain taking that.
Yeah.
Great script, great film.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about some campaign drama.
Campaign drama.
All right.
We're not gonna have like the true saltiness in Joey's voice here for this though. I love because he does not care for campaign drama. This is where he applies the word dorks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be a softer tone coming from
yeah,
me.
there'll probably be some editorializing in the script, I would imagine. But
there is.
there is.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just try to channel Joey's inner orneriness here in this one.
Got it.
And what a skill it is to have someone else take your place in one of these shows and just completely have you present here the entire time. He has been able.
Joey's omnipresent.
He's found a way to be here. It's amazing.
Yeah. All right. So campaign drama, AI, the Amelia Perez nightmare, Netflix. All right. Here's Joe. Netflix didn't want to check the tweets of the stars of their films or do PR. What a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, it is a nightmare.
That is something that bothered me about this whole thing with Amelia Perez is like, you are making any movie you make, just have somebody go in and just check somebody's Twitter account. And
just for anybody who doesn't know, you want to just expand real quick on what the issue is?
Yeah, the star of Amelia Perez. I want to pull up her name so I don't get it wrong. Carla Sofia Gascon. She plays the titular Amelia Perez. I forget what it was about. She
had some off-color tweets.
More than off-color. I feel like it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I didn't read exactly what they were, but I know that they were. I think they were racist and
like it wasn't like off-color, but it was like off-color is like a bad joke. Like this was like her lashing out at like races and whatever. So not a great look. And I think that really sank Amelia Perez's chances. And this leads into the next thing. This is all Joey editorializing.
You know what should have sank Amelia Perez's chances?
The movie?
The
fact that it's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
That probably should have been what. It's scary to think that they were gearing up to have that win like this many Oscars.
13 nominations is fucking wild. It really is. All right. The Oscars they're no longer doing the 5 presenters for the acting awards.
Oh, they stopped that. Oh, well, probably because
this is what Joey says. Thanks, Carla. Nobody was going to come over and say good things about her, and she's no longer showing up to anything. But they will be doing it for some of the artisan categories.
Well, they're switching over to the artisan categories.
So I guess costume, makeup, things like that.
I could see them getting creative with that. That seems kind of fun. And you know what that does is that does highlight some people who aren't often put on that type of pedestal.
Yeah.
You know? And we will get back to the acting clips, which I always like. Last year they did the presenters.
Yeah.
But had no acting clips.
You like to see the
clips from the movie. Yeah.
I did like what they did last year though.
Yeah, I would just wish they would do that and then show a clip.
Sure.
That's what I would like. But
okay.
Can't have it all. Well, I get my clips back though.
All right. See, we can skip ahead. We're not going to do predictions today. Joey had all of his predictions out there.
Yeah, we'll have Joey. Joey will tweet out his predictions before the show. And if you are a gambling person, I suggest you check out his account and look at them because Joey's very plugged into this, and it pains me to give him this credit, but he is often correct in these areas. Check out his tournaments. And he can't have bots unless he has bots in the academy. He might have bots in the academy. He might.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Damn.
He's like the Hammer and Hank of Oscar betting, like Oscar gambling. All right. So what do you want to do now, Karen? I'll leave this up to you.
Kierans Corner.
You want to do a Kierans Corner?
All right. Let's go Kierans Corner here. Okay. So as I teased before, there was a movie that I had saw. Mm-hmm. Amazingly ties into what we're talking about here today. But I will first, Grant, I got you a little present for the new year for our 5th anniversary.
Very excited.
Producer Chris, I gave you one in our previous on the feed.
Yes.
Lovely chopping mall.
It's awesome.
I have one here for you, Grant. So if you just hold on 1 second.
Sure.
Go into my little magic bag of tricks.
Can't imagine it's better than mine, but
I don't know. I mean, chopping mall's a great one.
That's what I mean.
I don't know.
All right, Grant, here we go. I have for you a VHS.
Nice.
Oh
of
my
Sleepaway Camp. There we
God,
go.
dude.
Sick.
This is awesome.
One of the highest rated episodes of Worst Picture Cast. You had the freezers on for that one.
I did. I love this movie.
Had the special order. That one was not easy to find, but we got it.
Dude, I really appreciate this.
Just show it up to the camera. There
Oh
so
yeah,
I can
for
see
sure.
it here.
Oh, something.
That's a little business card fill out.
Very cool.
Sleepaway Camp. Good little artwork there.
If there's any movie to watch on VHS,
That's right there for
Sleepaway
it.
Camp.
Yeah. So there
Oh
you
my
go.
God,
I
dude,
know that's
this is
one of your
killer.
favorites.
Now I just have to find a VCR.
Well, that's exactly what I said.
I told Katie, I was like, I think Kieran's going to get me a VHS. She's like, how are we going to watch it? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I think it's more
I'm
shelf art.
displaying it.
Yeah,
for
it's shelf
sure.
art. There you go.
No, this is awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
As someone who is gotten a VCR and I'm on my second one because it's not an easy thing getting a working VCR in 2025.
gosh.
So a little bit of technical process, but I'm getting it moving. So there you go.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you
this
so much.
just to revive Worst Picture Cast a little bit. I try to give you.
I
Guys a little
listen. I
boost.
want to. This.
I have
the
one
man-
more coming Joey's way.
The man behind the notes is very busy.
Yes,
he's a very busy.
busiest
boy.
man in podcasts.
He is.
Kieran's Corner. So on TCM, I was kind of just cruising through and got caught with this film. And the film was mentioned earlier in this podcast. It is Delbert Mann's Marty.
Oh wow.
And there is a scene that was not in the original production. It was not in the version that we watched. for
Was
the
it
show.
Angie, was it Angie walking around more?
It was not involving
Okay.
Angie. It was involving his love interest. And she, after their date,
Yeah.
she has the kind of encounter with his mom or whatever. And then, she says, I'm going to call you on Sunday. I'm going to call you at this time.
Yeah.
She goes home to her parents. And it follows her into the house to talk with her parents. And she discusses her night and how excited she was to meet, that first date I went on, that didn't really work out. He wasn't really interested. But in the night, I met this other guy who's a butcher and, and we really hit it off. And he's a great person and he's going to call me on Sunday. And, I can't wait, so I want to be around the house to take the call and this and that.
Yeah.
And the dad is like really excited for her. The mom is like a little skeptical. And
Okay.
she leaves and the two parents kind of talk with each other. And then it cuts to him in the street celebrating, smacking the sign, that famous,
okay.
that him being Marty in the street.
Yeah.
And it adds so much more weight to the scene later on when he doesn't call her
And she's waiting-
and it
yeah.
zooms to her on the couch with the tear in her eyes.
Yeah.
And you can see the dad on the end of the couch kind of like sitting uncomfortably, like not looking at the screen, looking at her with this like upset look on his face
Yeah.
because he knows that she was expecting the call and this thing.
Oh, that's
It, like,
great.
adds so much to the film.
That's
like
amazing.
how could you cut that scene from the movie?
Probably pacing. They probably thought it was better to see his reaction after the date and jumping around.
Right. They just made it about Marty. And
Yeah.
this really built that world so
That's
much
great.
more. And it was cool that TCM aired that.
That's cool.
And I'm watching, I'm like, I don't remember this scene in the movie. I
Yeah.
did some quick Googling and you can just Google Marty deleted scenes and it pops right up on YouTube. It's
Okay.
like a 3-minute scene.
I'll check that out.
Yeah. It would prevent it from being the shortest Oscar winner ever. Yeah. Because it's like 3 minutes. So they would then go to Annie Hall, which I think is like
Oh, wow.
just slightly
Okay.
longer. But if you want to go check out that scene, please check it out on YouTube and get that going because it's very cool. I thought it added so much to the film and really raised it in my estimation.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah. But yeah, that's what I had prepared for Kieran's Corner here. I'm February season. I'm headed off to see some friends out in Arizona.
Love it.
Fellow co-host Oz will be out there with
That's
me
right,
too.
yeah.
So looking forward to that and getting away a little bit. And then we'll be back to the grind when we come back. Baseball season starting up, bar season, St. Patty's Day, getting into gear. So this is my last little hurrah
This
of
is the where things are getting real.
yeah. So that's it. And I'm just really happy to not be watching any more of these 2025 Oscar films. So this was a daunting season.
Yeah.
If you remember from our episode last week, this is the longest Best Picture nominees by runtime in the history of the Oscars. So
Yeah.
and I felt it this year. This is
How many of these did Tiffany watch with you?
maybe half of the
Yeah.
BP noms. We saw We saw Wicked in theaters. She shut off Amelia Perez. She's like, I don't have any time for
That's
this.
fair.
I know multiple people that did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Turned
It's
it
easy
off.
when it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
You can kind of just,
Yeah, but there was a lot of, I just had to get these in. So I was kind of scrambling and going
Yeah.
to theaters when they're playing. So I didn't drag her along for, I'm like, drag her along to see The Brutalist.
Brutalist,
like,
yeah. She a real pain?
No, she didn't see a real pain.
that one.
No. The one that she wanted to see really bad was The Substance.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll probably, when that becomes a little more accessible, I'll probably watch
think
that
it-
with her.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
on like movie.
It's
so
still
I
like,
think
it's
it's
still
like
like
a,
$20. Still like a $20 rental.
I see.
Yeah. So.
You saw Casablanca, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was hoping this wouldn't come up. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed on this one. Yeah, so we got tickets to see it. Valentine's Day, the Cinema Arts Center here does a big event, and it sells out every year. So I got my tickets a couple days in advance just to make sure we get them. It's a 7:00 showing. Okay, we do dinner before at home. I cook steak, and the steak just kind of took a little longer than I expected to cook. I was right. So we were running a little late. Get to the theater, and there's no 2 seats
Together.
next to each other available. So we would have had to sit on Valentine's Day in random splotches throughout the.
Yeah, well, she could have sat in
Yeah,
her
there
lap.
were about 6 empty seats throughout this whole 200-seat theater. So, yeah, we left with our tail between our legs. The movie
that
had
stinks.
started already too,
Yeah.
so it was kind of, I was like, finagle one in, right?
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. We'll see it next Valentine's Day, and we'll probably be covering the movie around that time anyway. So maybe we'll time
Fun.
it up.
Yeah.
So instead, we went home and I watched for the first time ever. All you Ryan Gosling fans out there, The Notebook.
Oh, boy.
For the very first time. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah, it's
One of Tiffany's favorites.
it's kind of exactly what you think it is.
Nicholas Sparks, The Notebook.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
If there's any Just Friends fans out there, there's some very funny material with that movie.
Yeah.
Within that movie, so.
I didn't know I would be watching an Alzheimer's movie, but
Yeah. Well, that shit. That shit.
that's
Gets
well, that's was the heavy part, the part with weight to it.
Yeah.
But James Garner rocking it. He got like a SAG nomination for that film.
He was good in it. Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah,
it was
from
The
Entourage.
Notebook instead of Casablanca. A little bit of a drop off.
E from Entourage is in there. you
Oh
know?
my God, what is going on? Talk about miscasting.
This
Lord.
is was this a Tiffany pick?
Yes. Yeah. No, I've been putting this off for a while, but it just hit streaming. I think it's just got put on Max. So as I've been saying, I'm not renting The Notebook. So I had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide here on this one. But I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. So cool little period piece
There you go.
with an Alzheimer framing device.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's Kieran's Corner.
All right. So let's talk about upcoming releases.
Upcoming releases. What do we got?
All right, we got the next Bong Joon-ho movie, Mickey 17.
Mickey 17. I see Mark Ruffalo is just carrying over his Poor Things character right into this thing based on the trailer. I'm a little skeptical on this one. This seems like this might be a little bit of might have a little bit of Tenet to it.
I like Bong Joon-ho. I like Robert Pattinson. I'm going to be interested in this one.
It's crazy he hasn't done anything since Parasite. It's been 6 years.
Yeah.
You know? But
I don't know.
what else?
The Killer's Game. Not sure what that one is.
No. Okay.
The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie.
Oh, the Looney Tunes are back. Is Brendan Fraser running around with them?
Probably not.
Probably not. No. Dharma from Dharma and Greg. Jenna Elfman, right?
I'm still mad that they shelved the movie Wile E. Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah,
Like,
that was going to be
it was
amazing.
like a court, like it's a Will Forte like.
Why'd they shelve it?
They shelved it for a tax write-off.
Oh God, that's kind of like what they did with the Batgirl movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Will Forte has been like beating the drum about that. Because it's such a great concept. Opus actually comes out next month.
Opus, previously mentioned in this episode that we all heard about for the first time.
Not
right?
from
the Malkovich, John Malkovich.
not from Mr. Holland.
Yes. A re-release of Mr. Holland's Opus is coming out. Grant will be there on opening night with Kate.
the live action Snow White, which there's no point to these live action remakes.
Brutal.
It's
They're always terrible.
I didn't hate Beauty and the Beast. I'll be fair on that one.
That was the best one. It's not bad.
I sort of didn't hate the Aladdin one either with Will Smith.
Oh,
I know.
I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that.
I know, but dude, it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
But so I contradicted myself. One was okay,
and mine is terrible. Beauty and the Beast. I guess we're all allowed one.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than the Lion King. I mean, that's just
Lion King one's bad.
Oh no, Little Mermaid was
Little
absolutely
Mermaid's not good
horrendous.
either. Yeah. There's just no point to it. It's just it's only to make money, and it's just I'm tired of people pretending that it's not about that.
Exactly.
And Magazine Dreams.
I'll have to dream about what that's about. Yeah.
It's a movie about my 12-year-old self. Okay, let's see. So let's talk about what we have coming up for Best Picture
plug
Cast.
a little Best Picture Cast. So as we've mentioned, we have our Oscar episode out.
Yeah, check it out.
Highly recommend you go check that one out. We had a good time, good discussion there in that one. We just released our 5th anniversary for Wings.
Yeah, that's fun.
Producer Chris, you were behind the lens. No, you were in front of the lens.
I was in front of the lens, and also that will be on YouTube shortly.
Excellent.
Great. Yes,
Excellent,
YouTube
excellent.
Best Picture Cast. Check that out. This episode will be up on YouTube as well.
Yep.
We're doing these fun little clips. Chris, you got in front of the screen and did a fun little 5 toxic traits in companions.
Depicted in cinema. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing these little things here and there just for content for you guys. So if you want to check it out, they'll be on YouTube. They'll be on Instagram. So check them out.
A little fun supplemental stuff. Nothing,
Exactly.
Little short stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, stuff that's a little different than what we do. Usually on this.
It's general movie.
Yeah,
related, not Best Picture. Yeah. So,
and we've been workshopping a potential RDB
spin-off project,
spin-off show exclusive to YouTube, entitled Art House Picture Cast. So we'll let your imagination.
I thought it was going to be called High on Movies.
Well, it's called Chris is going to give it a try and see how it goes. That's what it's really called.
I have a good name. I have a good name for it. One and done.
Well, RDB is very passionate about this, so I think an RDB spin-off show is enticing to the listener. If it's not enticing to his cohorts here,
he is a fan favorite. He is a fan favorite.
Yes, but it will be a YouTube exclusive. So.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah, but
good.
Okay, so just as far as Best Picture Cast goes, we have a Forrest Gump episode ready and rearing to go. We've been sitting on that one for a little bit here.
That comes out after the Oscars, right?
Yeah, we had initially planned for that to come out before. We worked things out, and it'll be the next live Best Picture Cast episode.
Perfect.
We'll have a On the Feed Oscar reaction show. So On the Feed will be coming at you a little earlier in the month of March. Hopefully, that's the plan at least.
With your regular hosts.
Yes, we also wish Joey safe and speedy recovery from his surgery to the little surgery.
Don't worry, guys. Just
nothing
major.
serious. I don't want to call it anything a minor surgery if I didn't have to go through it. I think the person going through the surgery.
Sure, but this isn't
this is not a
not life threatening.
Not life threatening.
It's not a kidney transplant or something.
But he should be back here ready to go. We also have It Happened One Night coming out.
Yeah.
It Happened One Night. The Freezers rejoin us there for that one. So that's the plan. And Coda, which is not recorded yet, will be coming up as well. So look, Chris, you'll be on the other side of the camera there for that one, I believe.
Yes, right.
So
I'll be doing double duty.
Double duty.
Producer and also host.
That's it. Doing a great job there, Chris.
Yeah.
So
let me talk up 1001 by 1.
Sure.
At least I can do here. So they just had the season 5 finale that just came out. So check that one out.
Very fun episode.
Their season 6 premiere is going to be 10 Things I Hate About You, which is a Joey favorite. He loves that movie. That almost won the rom-com tournament. Lost by 1 vote.
Mm-hmm. Yes, to, Peterson W. Hill.
Peterson W. Hill.
Vote, yeah.
So Joey's not here to defend himself. They also have Whiplash, Mad Max Fury Road, Dogtooth, and they're continuing to release their 1001 by 1 by 3 episodes. So they have a lot going on. They're churning out a lot of episodes. So give them a listen. It's a really great podcast.
As they start this season, they'll be eventually drafting for their next season. And one thing that they hinted at in the season finale that they're going to do, which I think is fun, is I'm a big fan of their back catalog when Ian Woodington was the host with Adam, and they're going to be revisiting a couple of those episodes.
That's fun.
Yeah, so I think they can mix them into the draft. So that's going to be very cool. So
And what next month we got a draft coming up too.
yes, we got our
actresses
so
draft.
Look out for that.
So,
and that's all we have here on the feed. So Grant, you did an admirable job.
Yeah, I mean it was fun. It wasn't as stressful as I thought.
You did great.
You crushed it. You
Yeah,
crushed it.
thank you,
I think
thank you.
Joey will have fun listening to this one. Producer Chris, thank you for your help back there.
Absolutely.
And listeners, enjoy the Oscars.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Oscars. I hope you have a fun time. I hope you get all your picks right if that's what you like doing, or if you just like enjoying the show, or maybe you just like Conan O'Brien like Grant does.
Love
it should
Conan.
be a good time. So thanks for listening. We will see you next time on The Feed.